name is Kudelkas, and I will be talking to you about what kind of computer to purchase when you are thinking about purchasing one. Many people these days are stuck when it comes to what type of computer to get, because there are so many that you can choose from. Whether you are interested in using it for web browsing or video games or basically any of the millions of things that you could get it for, I will teach you exactly what type of computer to get when you're looking for one. This year alone, there's been over 200,000 computers already bought in the US. That's what one of my sources says. But how would you like to get it? Get one of the computers for yourself. In April 2002, there was, I think it reached the 1 billion mark with how many computers have ever been sold. First, I would like to let you know whether you want to get a video game or animation or whatever you're trying to look for. I will let you know what kind really to get. If you're looking for a video game or a video game console really, or what type of computer, you're going to have to really budget yourself to a high amount of money because the performance and the animation and the graphics card is going to cost you a bundle in the first place. First of all, you're going to need probably one of the best graphics card depending on what kind of game you're looking for, which then you look at the back of the case of the video game and you see the requirements for it. And when you figure out the requirements, you basically just, if you have more than one video game, then you try and mix it up, basically. Next thing is the speed of your computer, and since the speed of it needs to be pretty fast depending on what kind of video game you get, you're going to have to buy either another chip to make it faster or spend a good amount of money for it. I would recommend a GeForce GTX 295 card, which is supposedly the best graphics card in the business right now, says one of my sources. Now for me personally, I like a big monitor when I play video games on mine, so if you have to, I would recommend buying another monitor, which may not come with it or not, but if you want to enhance your performance in the game, I'd recommend buying another monitor. Gaming systems are always going to cost more, so really budget yourself for the highest price because you basically get what you buy. If you're looking for a computer for animation purposes, I'd recommend a Mac because they're less prone to viruses and the graphics card is so much better and the monitors always come gigantic as well, so I'd recommend a Mac when it comes to that because PCs tend to get viruses a lot more, so I'd recommend getting a Mac if you really need to. Of course, they're going to always be a lot more expensive, like around $2,500. Now when it comes to choosing between a desktop and a laptop, which a laptop is, you can carry along with you and charge it wherever you want to. And with a desktop, you have to keep it, I mean it's the big PCs, which you keep in your office or home just for personal use. But if you want a computer that's really just to bring along with you and not the fastest computer, because usually desktops are a lot faster than laptops because of the small arrangement of chips, I'd recommend getting a laptop because, I mean, a lot of people like typing their notes at school, which I use my laptop for. So if you're really looking for computer use for school, a laptop is definitely the best. Now if you're using the computer just for your entertainment, like web browsing or typing speeches like for school, the budget for that is a lot cheaper than if you're trying to get a video game one or animation one. So I mean, I have my computer right here. It's not very fast and doesn't have very much RAM, but all I use it for is really school and video games and all that. It's just a Toshiba, and it was like $250 compared to the price that you'd be paying for a video game one. But, I mean, I could play video games on it too, but it's not really fast. I mean, most computers these days are for personal use anyway, so if you're one of those people, then the price of the computer really doesn't matter, and you could just go buy a used one for really cheap. So if you're really just using it for personal use, I'd recommend you could find one for $150, $200 if you aren't looking for something special. I mean, there are plenty of more uses for computers, but these are mainly the ones that people really get for them these days, and this is probably your best bet. This type of computer is probably what you're looking for, unless you're a graphic designer or a website designer. Then there's certain computers, but you can always ask someone to help you at the place. They know exactly what to look for. Now, as my conclusion, I would like to basically bring up all my points from before, but in a small summary. The only reason to own a computer, but as I mentioned, there are main reasons for owning a computer. Gaming computers are most likely going to be the most expensive computers if you want a really nice one. Macs, which I consider to be better than PCs due to the fact that they rarely get viruses or are used for animation purposes more than PCs, because graphic card and Macs are much more powerful than PC cards. And of course, laptops are always a good buy if you're going to be traveling places and you want to bring along a computer to check your email and all that kind of stuff. With the amount of computers out there today, you can always find the right one for you. Just ask for help and you will usually get what you buy for. Computers are the future. Getting faster and more enhanced every year. Don't just wait and get left out in the dark.